Well, we're going to find out as we open the book on game number 1 in this best of 3 elimination series between 9 Pandas and Navi. I think a lot of this comes down to the CK and the Ursa. The CK has just been so strong throughout this qualifiers. The hero really is in a good spot right now, so you're going to have some decent answers for it. And even last game where they had some good answers for it, wasn't quite enough. We saw the Darkseer against CK matchup there, and it really wasn't that convincing.
Getting off their own ward.
Interesting. They get their ward deny and then deny their own ward to make sure that believing that they've given off too much information and they were just going to deny it there quickly anyway. So makes some sense.
And we don't see Silencer often. And as a player who used to enjoy playing Silencer, I gotta ask, why did you have to do him this dirty, Valve? I don't know if you're listening and a big Eastern Europe, TI qualifier enjoyer, but he went from having, 3 spells and a glaive to just 2. Oh, we did go for recall. Cool, that's nice. We did mention that. So recall and coddle, very good because of the Storm Spirit. If there wasn't Storm Spirit, probably not as useful, but dragging a CK someone into the mix, very cool. Love to see that. But back to my Silencer pain. You took away his spells. He's as boring as Lycan now.
Hey, let's not get carried away.
Yeah, true. No, yeah, true.
At
He
least
has 2
all the
buttons.
spells don't do the same thing. I mean, kind of, but...
And mid lane already, both heroes are dropping pretty low. Sanctity using that kick to throw key attack under the wave, and Storm Spirit actually bullies these melee heroes with the facet of static slide, sending the Remnant to walk towards the melee hero. Just further complicates these melee versus Storm matchups.
Do you remember back in the days when Silencer had where last word was if you cast a spell in radius of Silencer, then you got silenced?
I'll be honest, I don't remember.
It was a long time ago. That was annoying. Good times. Anyway, Sanctity versus Key Attacker in the middle lane. The Spirit matchup once again. This is becoming more and more popular, it feels like, as time goes on. We're seeing the Spirits with a triumphant return to the middle lane, getting some very good innate abilities across the board. Turn them into pretty monstrous laners. Or facets as well. Storm especially as Keeper, getting very low in the bottom side, having to run away from the Silencer. Oh my god, Nyx Assassin getting absolutely bounced by Solo. Oh, you don't get to see the quadruple very often, but it's a pleasure when it hits.
He just lost absolutely everything to his name there. I think Clock kind of feels like the answer to Darkseer for lane, at least. You can burn the Darkseer's mana. Darkseer naturally always wants to play on... he doesn't like to buy mana regen. He wants to get himself to... early on, sorry, let me just emphasize that. He wants mana boots and soaring down the line, but if he's buying mangoes and clarities for the lane, it's just hindering his progression. So any cheap mana burn early does hurt him a lot. Xayas does not have any mana.
He had a mango. It didn't really matter if he bounced there or not. He's got no mana left regardless.
No mana, you don't get hit by cogs at all in regards to the stun or the mana burn.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you just need 0 mana. But to have 0 mana is pretty hard because you have base mana. It's like a Huskar. Correct. Huskar does not get stunned by any cog. Correct.
Wow.
Yep.
They made anti-mage the Mana Seeker. I immediately went to test if it worked on the Huskar, who's permanently on 0 mana, but thankfully it doesn't. Otherwise,
that would be
not be able
hilarious. No, I'm near a Huskar. Thanks for the free damage. Bot lane.
Go on then. What do you think of the name Dark Lord as a player name?
I have to wait and see what he's like in interviews.
You wanted to have the sweeping emo fringe and be like, you can't understand my... Oh my god. Yeah, he's gone. He's absolutely gone. The damage is there. They'll get the return kill, and Maldi, well, they'll be forced to pick up the pieces. But yeah, first blood going to the center. He'll be very happy about that one. Decent win for 9 Pandas down here in the bottom side. It's up at top. Very aggressive, and Zayat is going to be paying the price for it. As Solo's able to just run him down with the battery assault. Those cogs causing him so many issues. Nick Assassin really not having a lane here.
No, yeah, I think Solo's pulling an absolute shift in how to stop Darkseer from enjoying his time as he hits double cogs again. He's got 2 points
so
in
sick
it.
with it.
Yeah, every time you get hit by a cog, you lose 80 mana. So just hit 2 cogs and Darkseer will be reminded that he's lost an Iron Shell worth of mana, if not more.
Very cool.
And bot lane, the Uragi, when he's going aggressive, he still had Lotus when he was going up against the Centaur, and maybe he mistimed the next double edge, and because of that, he dies after the Centaur, and it doesn't feel good at all. I was about to praise how well bot lane was going. Like, he's just chilling, hitting creeps. They're not really under too much pressure of the Kodor, but luckily, before I could say it, it wasn't proven wrong.
It goes wrong, yeah. In the mid lane, Sanctity getting very, very low to the Storm Spirit here. Luckily, has got himself a stick and a Fairy Fire, but going to make a trip back to base regardless. This is one of those weird things where you kind of have to go back to base to refill your bottle to make sure that you can fight for the power runes. You don't want to give Storm power runes, so yeah, it's a bit weird. It's up on the top side. Darkseer kind of getting caught out a little bit here. Does have himself a Lotus. Will use it and get the Surge away. So they won't be able to complete on that kill, but does continue to be a bit of a domination here for Dark Lord up in the top side.
Yeah, again, just a very free lane for Dark Lord to farm up. We've already praised Solo and what he's been able to achieve, and because of how sufficient these lanes are, it's very hard for Na'Vi to bring their supports to mid lane, and 9 Pandas, they are going to be the ones to assist first for the 6-minute rune. Solo already setting up top. Oh, Sanctity be able to get the rune.
Yeah, Solo being very ambitious here, and Kiyotaka kind of responding to it. Rune will be on top side, and that's going to secure it for Kiyotaka. Illusion rune for the Storm Spirit. Going to be a pain in the ass now for Sanctity to deal with. It means any sort of kill potential you could possibly have thought about onto the Storm is now completely gone. Magnetize will just get taken off.
Well. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be using it too early. It does feel like Sanctity's waiting for an opportunity to rise on the side lanes. You know, the natural aggression that we've been speaking about. The Centaur playing up into Ursa's face. The same things. They are jumping right now. And, you know, of course, the bot lane, Storm, he sees it. He TP's in. Uragi by himself.
He's just gone. That is a dead bear on my screen. The damage is way too much, presenting a pretty delicious opportunity there for Kiyotaka to absolutely take advantage of. But you got to be honest here, you know, when you're going for that kind of kill, going that deep, you know, far away from your tower, I mean, you know that he picked up the power rune, and it's very difficult to really rationalize going for that play there.
I think the Ursa Silencer, both of these heroes want to be up in the face of their opponents, right? You want to apply the glaive stacks, you want to get the fury swipes, you're quite aggressive. And Kiyotaka, he hasn't left the area, so if Uragi walks up again, he will be dying a 3rd time in this laning phase, which is not what you want to see from your carry.
The counter rotation's coming, though. They'll see Kiyotaka and immediately start to play onto Uragi. Uragi's going to use the air shock defensively to try and get himself away. Nice zip from the Storm to get away from Sanctity. Sanctity is looking for a target. Needs to get off the Magnetize here, but can't really find the heroes. Will finally drop it and now start to get the damage coming through onto the 3 of them. Centaur getting kind of low, but takes down Uragi as he tries to go in deep. Sanctity going to fall as well, and Kiyotaka lives through it all. Double kill for the Storm Spirit. Doing work in the bottom lane and getting both the kill onto the carry and the mid laner. I think I'm starting to learn why you got to burn Storm Spirit out versus 9 Pandas.
He's just playing the game at his own pace. He waits for the opportunities, he sees the TP, he doesn't leave the area, and
Zayat! Okay!
That's why you get the Nyx against the Storm.
I'm learning so much here, guys. Zayat's coming in, trying to get another kill here. He's going to have a Mind Flare available in 2 seconds, but doesn't have the mana for it. Can't finish the job onto Solo. He's going to get himself away. Zayat will be left wanting.
Wait, what level was he when he got the kill? He's now level 7.
That's insane.
I mean, top lane wasn't that good. That solo kill, just Zayas is relishing that one. All of the problems that we were about to talk about instantly removed because of a single pickoff. Zayas, he needs to utilize this advantage that he's been gifted and bring it into the game. But yeah, it's for 9 Pandas at least, they were really enjoying the start of this game. They had no real issues. They've punished Iragi now 3 times. He does have ultimate though, and Koto is TPing this someone. Who is he TPing? Anyone? Okay, he's TPing Storm Spirit. This is going to be such a filthy combination the entire time.
Yeah, this is going to be super free. Gets off a little bit of damage in response, but Solo's able to pick up the kill with the battery assault, and yet another kill, which key attackers pass off.
We can talk about that mechanic in a second as Yuragi's. Dark Lord also shows himself bottom, and Yuragi, he doesn't want to be here. He needs to run away.
Zayas is in the neighborhood though, has himself the spike carapace. Oh, doesn't quite get it off onto Kiyotaka though. That's a little awkward. Kiyotaka's gonna be able to get away as Dark Lord comes in with the Phantasm as well. 9 Pandas are 5 men strong down here in the bottom side. Navi are not. They still have their Darkseer playing up top, so they're gonna be letting this tower fall.
And something that we haven't noted yet with the facet from Keeper Light, he can of course TP to the Storm Spirit. So rather than having to drag the Storm to his location, he can just randomly go straight to Storm, insta Chakra on TP, then use his Chakra again on the Storm. Like, it is so much better than before due to this factor. And the Storm, he's never going to have to go to base ever again.
What a battery he's got behind him, but in the middle lane, they do bring down Solo. They'll take down the Clockwork at the very least. It's not much, but it's honest work.
They are poking it. Na'Vi with their heroes, their lanes are, they're 50-50, but their entry to the game is not a powerful statement. If Sanctity isn't able to get pickoffs, then everyone just wants to hit creeps. As Kiyotaka trying to punish him just a little bit. Yuragi, he needs the Battle Fury. Darkseid needs to find the auras. It is just a chase to get your heroes online. And they are recovering. Their lanes just did not go well at all. They are sitting bottom of the net worth for their core to core. It is 2,000 gold lead for CK versus Ursa. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, this isn't a matchup you want to be behind on. There's not many matchups you do want to be behind on, but this one particularly is going to be very, very punishing. Yuragi's still looking for the Battle Fury and very far away from it still.
Dark Lord's basically playing the game of how quickly can I get to Orchid to then join my team and open up the game.
And it's not going to be long.
Yeah. No, it's not at all.
Yeah, they're doing a good job at stalling here, Na'Vi, but as you say, the economics not looking fantastic for them. Another kill onto Kiyotaka would certainly help. Zayas is getting very hungry, but unfortunately, Kiyotaka just happened to be zipping for the regen rune as he got jumped.
There wasn't a scan, there wasn't a sentry. Yeah, there was nothing there for Storm to predict it. He just sees the regen and goes, "Woo, me!" and runs off.
Frolics over to it without a care in the world. Yeah, despite the kill line, it has been pretty slow this game.
Do you think the first global will net a kill or not? Because it's very, very obnoxious. When you put a global with the magnetize of the Earth Spirit, like that's going to be a very, arguably easy fight. I think that's why Kiyotaka hasn't been so crazy with his map movement, right? Like, he knows at any minute, if he zips in, gets caught off guard by the global, there's a very large window for them to combo him down. It's going to be 4.5 seconds of silence with this facet. So his base global is 3 seconds. It then replenishes by another 1.5 seconds after that expires.
Yeah, it's no joke. And if you do manage to break the first one, then it just triggers off the second one, right?
Yep.
Smoke up Na'Vi.
That's the damage.
Yeah, okay. Solo's gone, but Kiyotaka looking for a bit of revenge here. Nefrit, he's going to turn it around, though, onto the Storm Spirit with Sanctity coming on through. They might just have the damage to bring him down. They will. Double kill for Nefrit as they kill off Kiyotaka. And now they're looking for more. They're looking for the Dark Lord himself. Can they bring down the CK? 5 men strong on the side of Na'Vi running at the CK, but the Stampede is going to get him out of danger, at least for now, over on the sidelines. Albakar and Sayu waiting, watching, looking, and ready to recall heroes in when they respawn as well. Where Spirit Form might run out before the Storm Spirit is back into the game, so maybe not.
I don't know if teams are really ready to deal with the speed in which a recall Facet Kotor can play with. And this is personally the first time that I've actually really seen it in a pro game. And
yeah, me too.
They are respecting it. They're not overstaying their welcome. At any minute, there will be additional numbers thrown into the mix. When Kotor gets the shard as well to get 2 charges, he can just bring, well, it'll be 3 heroes in any engagement for free, pretty much himself, plus 2. You know, they just showed us why the Silencer pick had some merits. I was surprised Tom also went for that play, right? Like, he's jumping in, he's been so careful against Global to then finally kind of break under that pressure, gets hit by that one time. Sanctity was also in position to capitalize on it and get the kill.
And it really does on this new Storm with Galvanized. You know, it stops you completely taking over the game and becoming, like, ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It's up in 30 seconds time. Melody, though, will be dying bot lane.
Does seem that way. Sad death for the Silencer. No way for him to get out of these situations. Going for a 4-star just to keep his distance from these annoying heroes. We could just jump on him and kill him so quickly. Now, moving towards the middle lane. Damage coming out onto the Earth Spirit. Oh, Zayat's unlucky with the Spike Carapace there. Not quite connecting on the overload charge. And that means Kiyotaka gets away again.
He's going to need more points on it. It's only a 0.4 second stun. And maybe if he had 2 more points, it's a different story. And levels would be his friend.
And they're having some fun as they just send out the Storm to deal with the top side, but they roll in here for the Earth Spirit. But Sanctity, he needs to get off a bit of damage here. They're going to move in towards this Centaur, and with the global silence coming down, it's hard for 9 Pandas to respond to it. Now they find the Darkseer on the sidelines. Kiyotaka and Dark Lord in onto the Darkseer with the Orchid. It might just be enough to finish him off. It's not, but there comes the Reality Rift, and Nefrit will go down. 9 Pandas going to just hold the line here, continue slow playing these fights, as it does seem to work so well for them.
Yeah, very uncomfortable go from Na'Vi.
And now Kiyotaka in again, this time onto the Spirit, and he's going to be able to just bring him down. Sayu just refreshing his cooldowns there with the Chakra Magic, which is why he's just chaining up these electric vortexes and these static remnants.
Execution is so key for Na'Vi to win out a fight. Again, as soon as you use a global but don't net the kill to have number advantage, 9 Pandas, they're going to punish you. They're going to play in the area, they're going to see the opportunity, and then chase you down. They're not in the strength to really bring Yuragi to the fight as well. Like, he's got the Battle Fury, but he needs a BKB, he needs a Blink, he needs so much more. And the double Orchid of 9 Pandas will be able to, with ease, punish Na'Vi when the opportunity arises. It was like the vacuum as well. It's like you vacuumed onto one hero, you've global, you're magnetized, didn't do anything. It was a very, very uncomfortable fight for Na'Vi there.
And let's not forget that Nefrit is the highest net worth hero on the side of Na'Vi. Like, he's their guy at the moment. To see him just kind of be so useless in the fight, get picked off first, it's definitely gives you a kind of sobering reminder of the position they're in this game. They really need to find a way to get their Ursa into this game, and unfortunately the only way to do that is just by holding 9 Pandas off, giving them some kills, and trying not to let them take over the game. This game is in a delicate balance right now. It might just tip over in the favor of 9 Pandas at any moment. It does seem to be heading that way. The way they chain kills together in the last fight has got to be super, super scary for Na'Vi.
If Na'Vi don't control the game, their team fight is relatively hard to execute on. Nyx has to find a pickoff. If you don't get the pickoff, then you're just waiting for a skirmish in which 9 Pandas misplaying, and that is always a difficult position to be in. 9 Pandas also itemizing to deal with the global. CK soon to have Manta, naturally likes to buy Manta as well, so it's not as if you're hurting him with a different item build. You Storm is going for the BKB. So we'll see the delicate fight between the two heroes. Will Storm jumping without BKB, of course, and then hold it for the global. Even if he does, then there'll be a lingering little bit of silence that maybe Na'Vi can capitalize on it. So the fights will only get harder for Na'Vi as the items come into play for 9 Pandas.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, we got the funny matchup this game, by the way, of the Nyx Assassin versus the Kotal, where if Kotal's name we just agree because Mana Magnifier gives you more max mana, and Mind Flare
tongue twister
does max mana as damage, so you're literally taking 50% bonus damage.
Ooh, Na'Vi doing a good job taking away the Aegis. 9 Pandas don't really ever want to go hit it themselves, but nor were they respecting it to position here to prevent Na'Vi from taking it.
Yep. They did a really good job on rolling around this area, getting the vision and controlling it up and shoving the wave out safely. 9 Pandas never really in the mood to go and deal with it, it seems. Which is a little bit surprising, honestly. Like, they're very far ahead. To give up an Aegis like that is always going to raise some eyebrows, but they really want to wait for this BKB on the Storm Spirit. You know, that's going to be absolutely crucial for them. Solo. Probably not wanting to go on this. Na'Vi is definitely feeling confident right now. They're still behind, but with this Aegis, start to play up a bit. I kind of want to just see a couple more items on Yuragi, though. Want their tower. Zayat's just sitting just outside of tower range, seeing if there's an opportunity. There is an Obs and Sentry behind the tower, which both belong to 9 Pandas, though, so if he does try to go too deep, he would get punished, but he's going to move up towards the top side. Let's see if he can find a Storm or a Coddle lurking around here. Sees the Centaur, but he's going to need a bit of help to bring this guy down. But the help is coming. The TPs are coming across. Na'Vi, they want to try and make this kill happen. Oh no, Centaur, he's walking the wrong way, and he might have just realized that his time is probably up. The Mind Flare comes out, in comes a Stampede. Na'Vi a little slow to connect, though, and that's going to mean the Centaur gets away. Stampede used, but a life saved.
Yeah, Zayats didn't get the carapace on the right click. Of course, when you use carapace and right click and you get the retaliate damage, you then do damage the Centaur to be able to proc the stun. He wasn't able to hit that combo, because of it. Earthra didn't connect, and off he goes. So Zayats missing the initiation there just a little bit. And now 9 Pandas themselves smoke up. They don't have Stampede, and they do have the intent to kill.
Okay. Man, Scuttle, OP, as he does just kind of drive by the Storm Spirit here. The silence not long enough to get them the kill, but Kiyotaka very thoroughly out of this fight. As Na'Vi, well, they do drop kind of a lot for that global used. But I guess that's kind of it. Maybe it's okay. Still, Aegis kind of just ticking down here, but I mean, this is fine. Like, you're getting Yuragi a bit of farm, I suppose, but 9 Pandas have played the map really, really well. Now, big jump across from Kiyotaka here onto the Spirit. They find him. They've got the damage. He's got nothing to respond with. And it's going to be another death for Sanctity in this spot. They don't even have vision here. He's just jumping. He's just guessing. It's kind of crazy.
He has the ability to get so much mana for free with this Keeper of Light that if he's not in the game, then he's probably respecting his mana pool a little bit more. But you know, Na'Vi showing us once again, anytime global is used poorly, they lose their entire map, and also Mandy's going to be losing his life.
It looks like it. Yep. Finds the CK, unfortunately, and
I think we're seeing like a clear proof of what Silencer in competitive play. The fact that your entire main concept for a fight is hinged around one button getting pressed well or not. It's such a difficulty because it's not as if Silencer has something else to lean on. Like maybe if he had last word of the past, sure, but the current form of Silencer, it really is just you hit the global or you're like a walking creep. There's no plan B for Na'Vi. They have to execute the fight, and they just aren't. 9 Pandas are outclassing them with the vision game, with the positioning. not really allowing this Nyx assassin as well to find the pickoffs. He tried on center, he moved mid.
He goes mid here, he's going to die. There's an observed sentry down in the lane.
Just look at the position of 9 Pandas. This is why Nyx can be difficult to play in pro players. Just hug each other, hold each other's hand, have sentries down. You just need to see him one time to know what, quarter of the map he's playing. That he's sweeping very deep around the map to try and do this. He sees the courier and he kills off the Reaver.
Yeah, that's worthwhile. You take that, kill the Reaver, TP home, and that's going to delay Dark Lord's heart just a little bit. Well, probably not delay the heart, but at least stop him having the Reaver aspect of it. Yeah, very slow game again here. When 9 Pandas are in control, like they're happy to wait for the late game. They've got Storm, they've got CK. They're very, very chill in how they take this one. Not scared of a late gamer spirit. Ursa is manageable. And Yuragi's just not really able to get himself into a fighting position yet. You see CK attacker again, like just jumping at these camps, not a care in the world. Knows that he's got a cuddle to back him up should he really need it. BKB also available. Oh, this time he's got a regen rune even, so this time he really doesn't care. RV going to start to approach. Zayat's leading the charge a little bit here, but this time they do have a gem on the Storm Spirit, so Nyx's game just got even harder. He hasn't really done much this game anyway. Yeah, so it's going to be that big target here, but he's going to be okay. Gets off the enrage, and Yuragi will survive.
And that is kind of Marby's game plan. Survive for now, itemize for the next fight. Yuragi close to BKB, 100 gold away. Earthspirit as well, very close to BKB.
Look at the farming here from the CK as well. He had illusions in like 4 different camps, each of them being microed well as well to kill off the camps. That's really impressive. Roshan, 1 minute 20 is the timer. That's why this game's kind of been slowed down so much as well. Na'Vi did get that first Aegis when they're pretty far behind, so waiting for them to come back into it and find their footing.
Yeah. I think both teams are going to be happy to sit back and farm. The heart is going to be complete on the CK. Other than that, that's pretty much the big item for 9 Pandas. And we've already mentioned what Na'Vi has been waiting for. Now they smoke up as 5. Can they find a pick off? Their initiation really feels like either Sanctity needs to go in first or Zayats needs to find the jump, but they have a couple options. And 9 Pandas are split at the moment.
They need to be so quick on the global silence.
Can they get the Storm Spirit? He has a gem though.
Yeah, he's a really hard target to bring down here. Zayats will see him, but Kiyotaka is going to jump on him. The global silence is going to come down out of retaliation, and Kiyotaka is going to be the one to fall instead.
What a greedy boy.
No, that's gem as well. What a kill for Na'Vi to get here, just on the eve of Roshan respawning as well. Can they capitalize upon it? I mean, it's instantly a 2k gold swing with the gem going their way as well, but what more can they get done? Dark Lord's up in the top side. They're immediately looking to go here. They want to keep it on going, and Sayu's going to be the one to go down. Dark Lord going to turn around with the Orchid out onto the Yuragi. He's got the BKB. He's got the Enrage. He's going to keep on chasing. Dark Lord, though, he's going to back himself away. He's got the Centaur behind him as well as Solo. They're going to try and fuck up this fight as best they can, and Zayats comes in from the sidelines as well. Everything being used just to try and bring down this Ursa, and Ursa just gets himself away. It's Dark Lord who's getting low. Yuragi jumps back in and gets the kill. He still had the stacks from the Fury swipes from earlier, so he gives his life to get the CK. Galvacut will take him down with that blade as they move over towards a Clockwork Solo. Well, the 3-man stomp slows him down, and actually might just keep him alive. Solo's going to live, and he's got a hook shot, and guess who's back? Kiyotaka back from the grave, ready for revenge, getting on top of Sanctity, his best friend. And he gets that kill, and yeah, gets the gem back. That is so vital for 9 Pandas. And all in all, nothing changes from the first last 2 minutes of Na'Vi making stuff happen. Ultimately, it just returns to 9 Pandas' advantage.
Yeah. So Na'Vi, like, they get the kill on the Storm Spirit. Storm, he's been conditioned when he sees Nyx, like, oh, he's by himself hunting. So he doesn't care jumping him. He goes down. Na'Vi get the kills top. They keep like extending their play, but Nefra, he's just not there at all. He's in the bot side of the fight. He has to run from bot all the way to top. And by the time he finally gets there, we obviously saw the events unfold. The Storm Spirit respawns, they get the kill. And not only that, they give the gem back instantly to 9 Pandas. Like, for Na'Vi, the gem is such a critical resource. They need to deward the sentries. They need to prevent that true sight, which is hurting the Nyx assassin from pre-playing the map. And 9 Pandas, very, very good for them to kind of recover what could have been a lot of momentum going the way of Na'Vi. And Na'Vi instantly smoke up. They know that they're strong if they can find the connection. Triple aura on Darkseer, Pipe, Greaves, Crimson. He can push any hero in the game forward to survive the jump. But they just need to find that
jump. Awkward Roche respawn though. It's going to respawn with 15 seconds of nighttime left. And it's 9 Pandas who have set up on the bottom side, Na'Vi who have set up on the top side. Yeah, with the Ursa, if they're ready and if they're quick, they might be able to take it down. It looks like Na'Vi are willing to commit to this. This is so sick if they actually try this. This is going to be so sick.
If they mass TP to bottom, they are going to get ripped to shreds.
No, they're running, they're doubting it. It's about to respawn. 3 seconds and Roche is going to be up.
Go, go, go. Can they do it? Wait, spawn. There we go. Go, go, go.
It's spawned perfectly for the Fury swipes as well. The damage needs to come in thick and fast. 6 seconds before Roshan leaves, but they have the slows, they have the damage. Roshan cries out, and that's going to let 9 Pandas know.
One more hit.
Solo comes flying in from the sidelines to try and pick up the banner, and he's going to do exactly that. Will lose his life for it, but grabs Roshan's banner, which, I mean, honestly, it's kind of value. This is a great tool for going high ground with, or defending high ground with.
Yeah, they're using the Twin Gate themselves.
I'm going to be seen here. Hello, everybody. Na'Vi just Power Rangering out of there and immediately finding Sayu. Sayu is gone. Great catch there from Yuragi. Great read. Finds him in the tree lines. Oh, they are feeling it now, T. They are absolutely feeling themselves.
I'm just remember that just the Roshan. It's like as he's leaving the pit, Yuragi's got like a single hit left, and it's like, boom, swipe, takes the Roshan's life, and
he caught him with just like the fingernails.
Yeah,
the final tips.
If Na'Vi are to get themselves back into this game, it will be off the back of 2 Roshans, pretty much uncontested from 9 Pandas. Basher, of course, complete for the bear. What is the next real tool for Na'Vi to want to play the fight? I think Darkseer probably getting the Blink Dagger will help a lot as Pandas, they smoke up, they find the Nyx assassin.
Hook shot in, they just want to bring him down, but the global silence comes down. Na'Vi are happy to try and fight this one. Nice now from Zayas, but should just be dead here regardless. Key attackers BKB saving him from the silence, allowing to keep on the fight going as, my god, the illusions absolutely tearing Sayu apart. He has to run away from this one as Yuragi gets on top of Solo. Solo's going to be that target, but Yuragi now taking a ton of damage from Dark Lord himself. He's going to try and turn around and fight, but the Age is about to pop here. Without enraging, without BKB, he can't risk dying because it will just be chain deaths from him. My god, this CK is just too damn strong. They can't fight into him. A misinitiation from Na'Vi, and they are forced right back to square one.
Just the communication on Na'Vi is really lacking right now. You've got like the initiation from 9 Pandas. Na'Vi's still trying to take the fight. These little clutch plays like Malady keeping himself alive against the Storm Spirit. You have the 3-man vac wall from the Darkseer from the low ground. Meanwhile, Yuragi's just not in position to even want to take that fight, so he's running in. And then don't forget, like 2 fights back when the Darkseer was running from bot to top to try and kill off Solo and they give away the gem, they just weren't in position. Like the important game-deciding moments in these fights just aren't. Like Na'Vi's just not ready. They always seem to be lacking a piece of the puzzle. Whilst 9 Pandas, they're there as a team, as a unit, making sure that they bring all their sustainability to the fight. You've got the Illuminate Hills, the CK of the Heart, the Pipe on the center. There's so many resources for 9 Pandas that if you don't execute easily or cleanly, sorry, on Na'Vi, you are going to get, just shown the door. And that is what is being happened. They're reminded every fight that they are not executing well enough to start making some ground in this game.
Zayat
is
is
the
indeed,
Lotus
he's
Orb
going to
pickup as
see
well.
a lot of Nine Pandas members. They're looking though, Navi. They're considering. Yuragi's pinging the gate, and they're immediately going to go for him. Solo comes through the gate. They don't know who they were going to get. A lucky dip. But they find the clockwork, but Dark Lord immediately looking to start some shit, and he's going to find Zayat to immediately bring him down. Yuragi trying to fight into him, but I'm not sure he can do so. He's just fighting with illusions right now. The real CK comes in from behind, but he could be out from Yuragi with the global silence. He needs to find himself a target. The attacker's going to be that target. He backs himself away. Electric Vortex out onto Nephra, takes him down. Yuragi getting so low, and he is gone for the first time. Saxty needs to leave. He's going to be able to... No, never mind. The Bloodthorn's going to take him out. Maldi gone as well. Zayat's trying to fight up here, but he is all alone. He bought enough space for Yuragi to probably escape from this one, but it's 4 dead on the side of Navi. CK, man, I mean, he's very, very farmed, and he is way too much work to do.
So many layers to nine Pandas fight. You've got the tankiness of Steve, the infinite mana of the storm because of the bottle thrown into the mix with Solo amping up heroes. There's too much for Navi to deal with. They went for a very delicate, high-paced lineup that needed to play on every global, every pickoff, and it just hasn't been the case. They've squandered too many opportunities, and now 20,000 gold down. Nine Pandas taking the tier 3 with ease, taking the racks with obviously no contest as 3 heroes are dead.
Well, that's a brave attempt from the Darkseer, but
yeah,
brave is the nicest word I can use for it. The CK illusion is just mobbing at this point. Man, this hero is so strong. Navi, they get one more fight. They get one more chance, one more attempt. No way, just don't forget. So if they can kill off the CK, then, you know, he's dead. But not like that. Maldi's gone. Yuragi's gone. That was their carry. Okay, this one's over, friends. Game number 1, looking very, very likely to go to Nine Pandas right now. They're looking to knock on those tier 4s. Darkseer does not have the wall, and GG is going to get called. And game number 1, it goes to Nine Pandas.
Yeah,
Who needs Aegis? Who needs Roshan?
No, you don't need it. I think you just need to kill your opponents, and I really like inevitable aggression from Nine Pandas and get themselves online as quick as possible, because this could just be a bloodbath from Nine Pandas. This could just be a sync up as early as possible and sweep through the map. If not, I am expecting Navi to win out the late game.
Yeah, if they can get there, that's what it all comes down to. It's one of those drafts where one feels like it's on a timer. Just needs to weather the storm. And we need a clean game from Yuragi here. You know, we know he's capable of it, but in this team specifically, he has been sacked off a little bit. They've generally prioritized other lanes and tried to find success elsewhere. And the safe lane has suffered as a result. I don't think that can happen with a CK. You don't want him to be too far behind, because his hero needs to kill to feel good. That said, he does just farm until like 25 minutes in most games we've seen it, but he needs to be farming from ahead. So currently Webb's in the middle lane, but that's just Broodmother being annoying. Might leave this web here, actually, due to the necrotic web. Yeah, actually, I think he's going to leave the web here.
That's actually really, really cool.
That's super toxic, yeah.
Oh no,
my
what a
God.
shame. I'm so sorry that you have 15% regen reduction. Whoa.
Oh my God, that's that's actually it's very good, but yeah, it's also very silly. Not how the hero is supposed to be played. It's like this one of those things where it's like, no, Valve didn't mean for you to do this, but also kudos for
okay. But why didn't he
out.
then web mid, walk bottom, web bot, twin gate top, and then play on lane?
Yeah, you've only got like 3
Yeah,
webs
you only
to
got
place
3
down
webs,
at a time,
yeah.
so
Yeah, you do play on one web top just to win over every other lane. It does sound hilarious if they were to do that. But also
Wouldn't
maybe
it?
a grief if you don't have 2 webs top, but still. Could support brute? No, no.
cook. We can get there.
No cooking.
We just need to workshop it a little further. all the lanes as there's a lot of violence taken out. They've got a lot of frustrations taken out on each other right now, it looks like. Bottom lane, of course, seemingly going excellently for Na'Vi for the first trade. The Weaver tried to run forward and just got blasted in the face by these Eidolons. Zayats as well, just like throwing Solo over his shoulder and giving him a good old spanking. That's a good start for them. We'll see if they're able to keep up this momentum and shut down this Weaver Undying lane, which is so very scary.
Yeah, so Solo actually opted to not bring out any sentries on his first round of his courier. Therefore, the sentry advantage is going to go the way of Na'Vi in the bot lane. And what you just described for Weaver will just happen time and time again if they don't bring out additional sentries. Meanwhile, in top, the lane is pushed up quite nicely for the Broodmother. So this level 2 timing of the CK might not be the most impactful, as Brood has the protection of her tower very close to her. Yeah. Solo, his courier, very late to come out with sentries. It's honestly maybe a very large mistake for Solo. He also gets jumped.
He's suffering for it right now. They've got a lot of damage coming down onto this guy with the Malefice, with the punches, with the rebound, but won't be taking him down. But this is very budget harass from Na'Vi is the thing. Like, they're not taking a ton of damage in response. Nefrit's not losing any resources. It's very, very nice. It's looking to be a successful lane for Na'Vi down at the bottom side. So already ticking one of those boxes for them to kind of stabilize this early mid game where the aggression from 9 Pandas needs to come from. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's pretty chill times. Sanctity obviously being pushed in pretty hard. Pango does seem to struggle in the early levels against most matchups these days. It's just how it goes. Nothing to get concerned about.
Zayats?
Yeah, maybe dying here, trying to get the deny. Not going to happen, though. Dark Lord will be getting first blood. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not the expected result after how strong the start of the lane went for Na'Vi. The sentry advantage. The lane was also pushing the way of Na'Vi. For Zayats to jump in was a little bit of a blunder. And Weaver can be very happy claiming that. Also getting the Lotus as well. A safe lane of 9 Pandas. Going well after a slightly turbulent start. On top lane, we didn't really see the level advantage utilized by Na'Vi to get the killing Broodmother. They did a very good job on 9 Pandas to hold the wave. So what could have been some good laning advantages for Na'Vi haven't really been used.
Aggression in the top lane onto Albaca. I'm not sure they've got the damage to finish him off as he scuttles his way over the cliffs, but Yuragi chasing him all the way back under his tower and securing himself his own lane. They know that the support's away, securing the water runes, which Saya will do successfully, meaning that Pango does not get the bottle refill. I'm interested in bottom lane. Now that Zayats is back, full health, full mana, how's this lane going to look? Solo going to continue being annoying, and Enigma getting his strength all sapped away.
Yeah, as long as Nefrit farms efficiently, he will be going for like the Vlads, which he's got in his quick buy right now, maybe a drum as well. If he just syncs up with Sanctity plus the Marcy anywhere on the map, towers should fall. And Pandas, they don't fare very well when they're ran at. They like to be the one doing the running. Zayats does run away from the tombstone.
Yeah, not particularly successful tombstone, but also Nefrit continuing to just kind of suffer a bit. Top side, just spells being thrown at each other as usual. Very gruely lanes right now. Albaca gets a Chaos Bolt thrown at him. Maldi stacking up the Fire Spirits. Albaca tries to come back in with the Insatiable Hunger, trying to heal up a bit, get a bit of CS from this as well. But he might be in some trouble. Yuragi instead going for Sayu here as Nefrit gets dropped down in the bottom side and the Weaver lives. Just about has the wand, heals himself up.
Did he come back in for the tail end of the tombstone and he died to... Yeah, wow. Okay, so you can't say it, but he was still taking zombie damage. So Navi's still playing up into a tombstone that was just expiring and died because of it.
He used demonic summoning and then got decayed and that killed him.
Yeah. Pretty rough.
Yeah, the demonic cell ring, of course, doing 100 pure damage to yourself now. So it just brought him within killable range, and Undying saw him and brought him down. That's not how you want to be dying up here, as Uragi getting chased now by Albuquerque and Sayu up here in the top side. He can't live through this. The slows from Aldi, not enough. And Albuquerque claims that he doth be delicious. Disgusting rude players.
Trying to get the kill. Not enough mana yet for... Okay, just enough mana for a jump.
Yeah, Kiyotaka just about going to live through this. Gets his spells off cooldown and gets himself to safety. Good pressure from Sanctity, but ultimately not resulting in a kill. And that's starting to feel like what's been happening. Also a little last game as well. Navi, their plays, they almost work. Every time, they almost work, but they just don't have enough in the bank. And Nine Pandas don't seem to have that issue. Maldi trying to exterminate some spiders here, getting out the flamethrower. The old lighter and deodorant can trick. Don't try that at home.
Not even with Navi though, there's been multiple opportunities within laning phase to find kills, to find advantage, and again, they didn't capitalize on any of it. And on the flip side, Nine Pandas, when they see the opportunity, they take it. I mean, the Weaver being top net worth. Once we're not dying, and now, ooh, say that, and finally,
hey, they get it.
After 7 minutes of frustration for Navi, they do punish this Weaver accordingly. When they go back for the tombstone, it does look like a freebie.
Did it again. Never, please. Jesus.
Here's a level 5 on
trying
dying.
to kill off the tombstone. He's just going to deny it off. But yeah, this guy's pretty jacked.
Oh, Kiyotaka's here.
Uh-oh. The wraparound. He just wants the freebie. He wants the free Enigma kill, but he's going to go on Zayats instead. It's easy as a target. Doesn't know where Nefrit is, just assuming he was there. And we'll be able to convert on that one. I mean, they know that Nefrit's nearby because they can see the Vlads or on the Eidolon, so they actually know exactly where he is. And they'll know where the sentry is as well on the side of Na'Vi, but can they do anything about it? It would be really good for them to be able to save their own sentry here. I think they will be able to do so as Nine Pandas are backing themselves off. He's being so annoying, just trying to slow down this Broodmother where he can. As in the mid lane, Rolling Thunder comes out once again. Kiyotaka trying to get himself away, has a regen rune in the bottle as well, so we'll be absolutely fine. Zats unable to help them get that kill, and once again, it's an almost, but I'm not even sure this one qualifies as an almost.
I think Sanctity really wishes he was either hitting the big rolls and getting the solo kills onto Void Spirit due to management.
Void Spirit
killing
trying
the
to turn it around
lane,
onto him. Yeah, we'll be okay though.
Yeah, it's just the way that he's playing out right now. It's like 2 Rolling Thunders onto a Void Spirit who has multiple forms of disengage. We're not seeing the effect of the early game Pangolier.
No.
I think the side lanes would have loved a little bit of assistance. Maybe in top, kill the Brood once, maybe twice, and open up the game, but instead Albuquerque is actually running at the CK.
Wow, and with the help of Solo, they might just be able to do that. They had nothing to kill off this Tombstone. Dark Lord even coming in for this one as well. The 4-hero collapse onto the top lane. Malady trying to get away, but there's nothing he can do. Albuquerque's going to cut down another one. Brood starting to take over the top lane. This is the aggression we wanted to see from Nine Pandas, and it's looking pretty crispy so far.
It's all off the back of Sanctity not being able to utilize his hero the best of what the game needs, right? Like as soon as his spells are on cooldown, Nine Pandas, as the switch gets turned on, they're like, okay, we know exactly what to do. They mass TP or twin gate TP, move to the top lane, and it takes 1 CK death to shove in the jungle. He dies once. He's not going to want to TP back up to this lane. He doesn't want to play here, and now Sanctity's joining his team to see what we can do, but it's just a little bit too late.
Yeah, we need him to be a game-defining mid laner this game, and so far it's been very, very just lackluster.
Just played mid lane for a little bit too long, yeah.
Yeah, but let's see. Can he start making some magic happen? Albuquerque senses something's wrong. They have an observer, sees something is wrong, and runs himself away. Bottom lane, though, the push is good. The bottom tower's taken most of its health as damage, so the tower trade won't be too hard to finish off here for Na'Vi, potentially. Nine Pandas do have a pretty vested interest in keeping all these tier 1s alive, though. For them to play aggressively, having all points of teleportation and available are very, very important. Pulls out from Rubik. So, what is the best play for Zangsty to make now? He has the Arcane Rune bottled up. It's got about 30 seconds left on it before it's going to pop. I feel like killing the Weaver is probably kind of difficult. Top lane is probably where you're most likely to find some success, and an Arcane Rune followed by a bunch of swashbuckles seems like a reasonably good way to try and kill off the Brood. But right now, Albuquerque is just playing very, very carefully. Seems to know he's the threat, just wants to hit a good timing on his Orchid and play the game from there. Yeah, they've
hit the window of Brood games where it's like, killing the Brood now, it feels like a little bit too late. Because even if you are to kill the Brood, the time spent with not utilizing the tier 1 TP, having to like use tier 2s or run over there, it's such a time sink that Weaver will farm at 2 waves bottom plus a jungle. Void Spirit will be able to push out mid and maybe also join the fight top. It is not a comfortable position to be in, and it's why you have to use resources in the early game to kill the Brood during laning phase, to rotate on her in the early skirmish pre-losing your tower. And sure, they do trade bot, not even jumping in, trying to set up for a potential black hole. Even Zayat's here as well, but not hitting the rebound.
Yeah, that's a little tricky. Nice voice line from Dark Lord as well as he scuttles his way out of that one.
And Pandas
is now
well.
easier.
Like, it's so uncomfortable to watch, actually. Like, this has not been a very good 11 minutes for Na'Vi. They are
new.
Really need to clean up. This is an elimination game, don't forget.
Another day, another rebound, which doesn't connect. Kiyotaka, a pretty hard target to bring down with that one, but they should be able to at least kill off Sayu here, so Sayu will cook 2 Maldi's fire. And now maybe a tier 1 tower in the mid lane could be an option, but I imagine 9 Pandas want to retaliate to this one. It feels very unlikely for me that they'll just let this tower fall, especially with the amplified damage on the Void Spirit. And he goes in immediately, looking at Zangsty, catching him as well with the Remnant, predicting the swashbuckle nicely, and force them off his tower.
Yeah, he did not have the second Astral Step to be able to commit onto the pain clear. So he disengages, and net worth, we see it on the left of your screen there, Brood up top, Weaver second. Yeah, just building this lead that will really allow them to take over the game. We expect this draft to be the aggressors, and 2,000 lead so early on Malady might have to egg here, but again, Kiyotaka showing so much restraint.
Yeah. It would have been really easy to just throw that one down there, and with an army of spiders coming his way, that's going to spook him all the way away. Although, once again, coming back in, wants to be there to drop the egg if a team fight does take place. Yuragi initiating onto Kiyotaka. Kiyotaka, they maybe not the target you're looking for there. The Chaos Bolt was used, but disjointed by Dissimilate, and now stolen by the Rubik as well. So Sai has a stun to work with. Only level 1, but all the same, could be a difference maker. The Eidolons are here from Nefrit. Very, very tanky. And with the Vlads in range earlier, decent damage dealt to the tower. Just a little reminder that Nefrit is around. He's going for the Blink Dagger and is going to have it pretty shortly. Maybe this is the timing which Na'Vi first start playing with here. Although, they see the Weaver they don't see the Weaver farming. That is a Radiant Ward. Weaver sees them running at him. It's in the middle lane. Malady is just gone. Shredded. And, yeah. Pull the duck in the middle lane for the 9 Pandas.
Can't really do much on the map. They're chasing for opportunities. They're trying to find the kill, but they don't have the reliable stun, that point-and-click pick-off hero up until the items enable him. I think it's why Kiyotaka is playing so aggressive in the mid. Why Dark Lord is not really caring about how he farms in bot lane. All 3 9 Pandas cores are on a trajectory of soon to be unkillable. Na'Vi, they need to make a move together. They keep trying, but to no avail. Nefrit, he's got the Blink Dagger. He's hit the black hole on top lane.
He certainly has. Going on to this route, but they still haven't even half health.
Where's the
Solo
damage?
comes in from the side,
There
trying to
it
help
is.
out. Zayat's on him, though. Beautiful rebound. Gets the catch, gets the kill. Another to Solo as well. And that's going to be a second one coming in for Zayat's here. Take down the tombstone for a little bit of extra pocket money. And Zayat's just got a whole big map fight.
He's overstaying his welcome bot lane, and yep, he'll be dying. But yeah, for Na'Vi at least, they finally connect. It did take a little bit of a, I say, greed from 9 Pandas, right? They're showing top, they're showing bottom, they're showing everywhere. So at some point, the initiation will come in, and Enigma going for that second item Blink Dagger.
Yep, that's what we wanted to see, you know, get the Blink Dagger, find the initiation, get that highest net worth hero. Next time, the Weaver will probably be on the cards. I was saying before, it's easier than ever for Weavers to escape danger with the Skitter Step. Very, very quick hero.
Radiant's middle tower.
9 Pandas are starting to gather on the top side of the map here. They don't want to play a part any longer. I mean, Sayu doesn't have a choice, really. Luckily, Zayat doesn't have Unleash available, which means that the Rubik will live, at least for the time being. Playing under a ward as well, so he feels very safe right now.
Uraraki is a tree line away from despair. Fink's TPing in here. Okay,
Hey,
maybe he's trying
well.
to bait the fight. Pango, again, like he said, he's in the area, but
He will get orchided if he's not careful, and that means no egg for you. Albuquerque unable to secure the kill here, though, so the Phoenix will get away. Zayat and Nefrit wrapping in around the back here. They're going through the portal. Zayat, though, doesn't actually have a ton of mana to work with. Actually has a greater healing lotus. It's a little awkward. You're playing with an Enigma who doesn't have Black Hole, so it's just blink Malefice and then try to blast him down with the Unleash. It's not the boldest strategy I've ever heard of, to be honest. It might just work.
they're smoked up. They're trying to find the Brood again. RC Enigma. No vision to play on, though. So running through the fog, hoping to just bump into the little old spider.
Yeah.
My Panda really positioned for this pickoff.
No, that's
Spread
certainly
quite
not.
thin.
I'm a little worried as well, because if they do try and blow up the Brood just with Enigma's damage and the Unleash, if Albert is quick, he can just get one right click off on the
Oh, the
Marcy.
illusion bait.
Apply that. Oh dear, they found the Marcy. All right, Zayat's finally punished for his aggression, and well, trying to stand his ground, not doing a terrible job. Rebound
Didn't
away,
die?
kills off the bug. Zayat is living for now. Style on them, actually. In comes the Glide Nip from the Weaver. Black Hole is ready, though, and they'll drop it onto Dark Lord and bring down the Weaver with ease. But the stolen Black Hole lands onto 3. Oh, it's phenomenal from Sayu. Can the follow-up come through? Uragi still surviving for the time being, but will go down eventually. Sanctity trying to fire it up. Does he have a team? Zayat is behind, as is Nefrit, but there's nothing they can do. Rebound actually cancelled by the blink of Nefrit, so Zayat's now in a slightly awkward position, moving north and trying to get the TP away, but doesn't actually have a TP scroll on him, so things could get a little bit awkward here for Zayat if he's not careful. Creep's also trying to give away his location, but he will escape.
Na'Vi, they find the pickoff. They feel good for a moment, but they just didn't have enough layered aggression to protect the Enigma during the Black Hole to prevent the steal. The Rubik was able to kind of sit on the back, get that, wait for the opportunity to turn it around, and Na'Vi, they're trying to be aggressive. They're trying to find little opportunities, but at the end of the day, 9 Pandas are just so much stronger if they're able to read the fight accordingly.
Yule's nearly up for Maldi at least, so that's going to give him some way to keep himself alive a little longer in
That's
these
true,
fights.
actually. Yeah, like he gets hit by the Black Hole. We are going to be seeing Marcy die top lane,
Zayat.
but like, imagine if Malady got the egg off there. Maybe if he jumped in, had the mana, because like during the dive he didn't have mana, so he'd had to cancel dive, press wand, then egg. It's probably why he didn't get egg off, because in that moment like he's probably clicking it. Oh, whoops, and then he get Black Hole, right? And it's like all these fights, it's a matter of like what ifs. What if the egg got off? What if they were able to find the Rubik? What if he cancelled Black Hole earlier to layer with the Orchid? Not to be the case though. 9 Pandas, though, 6,000 gold lead. BKB on the Broodmother. Gleipnir on the Weaver.
Dire's middle tower.
They want to keep going forward. They want to keep trying to force Na'Vi to make mistakes. With the heroes that Na'Vi have, it just takes one poor fight and it will be very hard for them to bounce back on the map. A wasted Black Hole or wasted Rolling Thunder. A lot of their team fight will fall apart.
It's been very chill, honestly, for the side of 9 Pandas. They are pretty confident in their timings. They're not trying to force anything too hard. Just slowly building their advantage by playing the map. And now they're going to get into Roche. Roche scanned out instantly by Na'Vi. They need to get here quick, and with the CK coming over, they might be able to do it. 25 seconds on Black Hole, but they do have an egg available. Roshan is dead, though. They're not going to get here in time. Aegis onto Dark Lord. Do they fight it anyway? The scan has connected from 9 Pandas as well, so they know where Na'Vi is hiding right now. They know the tree line they're in. Nefrit, 8 seconds on the Black Hole. If there is to be a fight here, he will likely get a chance to use it. But can they protect it from the Rubik? Eidolon's barreling down the bottom lane as well. Kiyotaka just going to deal with these. And Albuka back to his home up in the top lane, back to his lovely warm nests.
Yeah, as much as Na'Vi was smoked up, it was just a little bit too late for them to want to commit for the contest, and I do respect them just backing away. They haven't really completed any items to feel confident in a full 5-on-5 with an Aegis. As I say that, Zayax is ulting to hit up the creep camp. You've got everyone's just hoping to get to their next item, and maybe after the Aegis, Na'Vi will sync up to be relatively aggressive. Like if we look at all the items in Na'Vi, it's BKB soon on Marcy Enigma, Manta on the CK, like Manta on the Pango. They are destined for some survivability, but this will be the window that 9 Pandas, we expect them to want to keep punishing Na'Vi. Will they do it though? Will they sit back themselves? It's always a good question to ask these teams. I'd like to think 9 Pandas, surely, with the Axe pick up on the Void Spirit, this has to be the window that they try to eliminate Na'Vi from this series, from this qualifiers.
Yeah, that feels really hard to play into, actually. Because now you have a cancel for the Black Hole on the Void Spirit. I mean, he already had the Astral, the Aether Remnant. But now you have another one, which is even easier to get off. It's always nice to have these kind of like no-think cancels where you just blast him down. It needs to be a really, really good Black Hole from Nefrit, or he needs this BKB. He's very, very close. Na'Vi just need a little bit more time for that, and then some excellent initiation in the fights. Zayat's also trying to find his BKB down in the bottom side. They just don't want to fight into 9 Pandas right now, and I don't blame them. Oh dear. Kiyotaka finds the Enigma, and Phoenix also in similar troubles here. Does manage to get himself under the tier 4s. Is that even going to matter, though? The Spider is coming. Albuka, that's so aggressive. The TP's going to come from Uragi, but Brew just runs down the cliff, and she's absolutely fine. BKB available still as well.
What a poke. What a statement play to make. It's, hey, Na'Vi, this is our map. You do not belong anywhere outside of your base right now.
The necrotic webs stopping the tranquil boots from healing Maldy as quickly as well. God. Na'Vi probably hates spiders right now. God forbid any spider comes into the Na'Vi boot camp for the rest of the day.
It's true. It's going to be a little bit worrying.
You get squished.
There's 20 region inside webs and like 30 outside. Come on. Please. Sure, okay, I feel like the necrotic webs, at least it should be like relative to, you know, maybe the positioning of Brood. Like Brood's close to you, you lose regen or something, but yeah.
Yeah.
Na'Vi just must wait. They don't do anything. If they're lucky, they'll get to more items. If 9 Pandas want to fight, they fight. 9 Pandas are, you know, systematically breaking down the map. You take mid, you go bottom, you take the bottom towers. Of course,
yeah, they're
has already been
sacrificing
taken.
their map, sacrificing their buildings for time. That's all they need is time. Enigma's going to have the Black Hole available with a BKB coming up very, very shortly. Marcy also going to have that BKB very shortly from farming up this bottom side. CK, he's got the Manta on the way very shortly as well. So we're about to have about 4 massive timings picked up from these guys. Combo that with a Pangolier, who's also going to grab himself. Not quite sure what he's buying. Oh, another Manta. Okay.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's just 1 component away from a Manta as well. So 2 Mantas, 2 BKBs will be online for Na'Vi in the next minute. This is the biggest timing you could possibly hope for. Aegis is going down in 10 seconds. I've never seen a more obvious window to go and make a smoke play. Unless they really want to wait for Roshan to respawn. But C9 Pandas already setting up. They've already read it pretty nicely. See the caution they're showing here. From diving tier 4s to barely stepping close to the middle lane. Sayu, he'd be happy to be jumped here, dude. He doesn't care at all.
Yes, like 9 Pandas, they know that if they make a mistake in this game, they respect what Na'Vi has, what to play on. And timings are kind of coming into play. Marcy just got BKB. Enigma has a BKB. CK has them. Like everything I just mentioned, like the double BKB, the double Manta, like every hero bar Phoenix just picked up a tool to brush off the Orchid to survive the Voice Ray. And this is why they're smoking up. If they can find the jump, they have plenty of team fight. This is potentially the comeback for Na'Vi.
Alpica gets seen. Oh my god, the Phoenix has just gone already, but they're committing regardless. But the okay, they've taken down Kiyotaka. Kiyotaka actually going to buy back, but they've lost Solo as well. Dark Order, the backline's being punched up by Zayats. He actually can't fight Zayats here, which is hilarious to say. Zayats actually running away under the cover of BKB. Doesn't want to fight with the Weaver, so is going to lose his life. Meanwhile, on the backlines, they're just trying to catch the Enigma. Yuragi holding steady for now. Surely there's a black hole coming sometime soon, and that is not what anybody was hoping for. Didn't have the BKB for it, didn't have the damage. Nefrit and Yuragi both going down, and Na'Vi, it's not the triumph of this fight. It's not a good fight. It's messy, it's broken, and it might just be the end of the line for them.
Yeah, the execution just was not there. Na'Vi start with Malady leading the charge, but he gets caught by multiple silences and stuns. He cannot get the Yules off to then egg. On top of that, the Enigma BKBs very early in the fight to not hit the black hole. He was scared of the Rubik whilst getting pressured by the Brood. So when he does hit the black hole, he's wasted the BKB already. Pango's off zoning a Weaver. Like, Na'Vi was so disconnected in this fight as a team. The 9 Pandas utilized the buyback, the outpost to get straight back into it. Na'Vi, they need to clean up their act if they are to win this game, to even have hope of showing us any form of comeback. Because that was their moment. They had all the items, all the the damage required to break down this net worth deficit they have, but just did not execute as well as 9 Pandas.
Here again. I mean, this is a dieback on Kiyotaka if they can kill him, but the rebound just an instant off, and now they look for the turnaround. Surely the egg must come out here. Malady will get it off, protecting the players on the side of Na'Vi. Dark Lord, though, he's just going to be able to come in and kill it. And the cube, it's rolling around the fight, causing all sorts of issues for the side of Na'Vi. Stun does connect, though, onto Kiyotaka. Kiyotaka without buyback would be a decent kill here, but he's going to get the astral step down to the low ground. Instead, they'll kill Sayu. Albica running down the low ground here after sniping Nefrit. He's going to get away with his life. And it's just consolation prize after consolation prize for Na'Vi. Never getting the girl in the end. Never getting the main fight they want. Albica going to be seen here. Okay. They've got stun. They've got damage. They will be able to take down the spider. Dark Lord, though, he's committing. He wants to fight this. He's looking at Yuragi right now, and he thinks he can take him. He might well just be right. Zayat's trying to help out here, using the sidekicks, giving the lifesteal, but it's just not going to be enough. Yuragi is dead, and Dark Lord runs away on 50 HP. How did he get away with that? Sanctity just about manages to TP himself out to safety. And once again, if they get both the cores, then maybe we can say something positive for the side of Na'Vi. But with what just happened, it's just so hard to say anything good about what's happening for them.
Yeah, this is one of those like pit in your stomach games if you're like a Na'Vi player, if you're a Na'Vi fan, because like you see the opportunities, they're presented in front of you, but every time it just falls flat. They haven't found that kind of perfect layering, and of course it's props to 9 Pandas. They keep chasing the fight. They keep preparing themselves to turn it around, surviving on a sliver of HP, baiting Na'Vi into trying to take opportunities that they maybe shouldn't be, or should respect the vision game a little bit more.
It's like you've got a child and they've like, you know, they've got the blocks and the shit in the holes and it's like got the triangle piece and he's about to put it in the triangle and then he switches and goes to the square last second. You're like, no, it was so close to working for you. But and I realize how ridiculously condescending that is. I do apologize, but I'm sure the analogy still stands as key attacker and Sanctity trading in the river. We'll just get away once again. Shield ring grab for Sanctity here. So something to play with. We see the highlights
they kill
here.
the Brood and then Yuragi, rather than going for the Void Spirit, he then turns back around for the Weaver, and then obviously Weaver nearly dies. And like, the three of them, they kind of go on two different heroes in the moment, and nearly actually, you know, stuns up Sanctity as well. We missed that, but if the margins that Na'Vi are playing
Here we
with,
go though.
Smoked
Another
up
fight taking place here. Again, it's a 13k net worth lead for 9 Pandas. The Brood is so very farm, but Yuragi, he's getting to the point where he can just blow heroes up if he sees them, but he struggles to connect with the Brood, so instead we'll go for the Brood, but they're just trying to blow up the Brood because in comes the Spider, but the Black Hole comes out to make sure that the egg will pop, and it will. They'll turn around and bring down the Spider. All is given to keep Naldi's egg alive, and that might be the play they're looking for as they'll eat up Solo as well.
and
The
Roshan's
triangle
respawning.
just went through the whole Na'Vi, just put it together. It wasn't the most show-stopping black hole I've ever seen in my life, but it was exactly what was needed in the moment. And now they can get Roshan.
They find their disposal. That's the key thing. They smoke up, they find a jump, they protect the egg, they keep the black hole alive, they don't give away the black hole, and it's outside Roshan. Like we said that Na'Vi was the lineup to play for the late game, to be the stronger team when they get there. They've been punished on their poor execution for nearly half an hour of the game. But it just takes that one fight outside the pit to get the Aegis, and Na'Vi, they will be a lot more confident coming into these future engagements, but they need to construct it on their own terms. If they do, they are the stronger lineup. But if 9 Pandas are able to poke and prod and to pressure Na'Vi's positioning, then of course they can easily still be punished. This game is, as much as it's 9 Pandas favored, I still believe in Na'Vi's lineup to be the stronger lineup as the game progresses.
It should work for them, right? Like it should work for them, but they've gotten so much through this early game on the side of 9 Pandas, you know, that every single one of these heroes is going to be an issue. All 3 cores are going to be so damn strong. But Na'Vi are getting there. The CK has taken his place, as we've seen every single CK do at the top of the net worth chart, has the ability to just turn heroes into warm butter on a summer's evening. Through 32 minutes in, they have made it to the late game here on Na'Vi, but still a bit of a deficit to work through. That said, Aegis on the CK, it's going to be very, very nice. And with the later the game gets, the more value you get out of these really long cooldown abilities. Black Hole and Supernova, all of a sudden, they're going to be up every fight. The cooldowns, the death timers, gives you that time for these abilities to come back, so you have them every engagement. You can see 9 Pandas being a bit more aggressive on the map at the moment because they know the black hole isn't up, but they've got it timed and they know that when it's back they'll get themselves away, and certainly the map will belong to Na'Vi for a while.
I'm gonna disconnect just to just gather ourselves to understand the real situation of the game. These are the worst games, I'll be honest, because you can see the path for Na'Vi to win a fight. But it's like one mistake from one player. Like, stand in the wrong position, use your buyback incorrectly, don't hit the black hole, don't hit the egg, and then 9 Pandas will just be gifted a Rex or something that just further complicates the game. And we'll see if 9 Pandas can find a way to do this. Again, they have it in plenty of forms. Like Undying with the Shard Tombstone save can easily turn around a black hole moment.
Yeah, that's a big one actually. One you don't really think about when it comes to black hole saves, but the Tombstone's going to be huge. Do they have any cancels for the black hole inside BKB? Not really. It's just the stolen black hole from Sayu which can do it. And he's even gone for a BKB himself. So if you want any idea on what Sayu is thinking about this game, he's only thinking about one thing. It's Nefrit. All he's got on his mind. He's got a picture of him in his wallet.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Middle tower finally falls at 34 minutes. Yuragi takes it down. Top lane, the last tier 1 tower of the game. Nine Pandas top lane tower, still standing. And I'm not sure that's going to change anytime soon. There's just too many bugs on this darn map. That's the thing, like a Broodmother alone is annoying enough to deal with, but a Broodmother and a Weaver just scuttling around your map, cutting your waves, like... These Nine Pandas can play from behind very, very nicely. And they're not even behind yet. Aegis might just be a way to kind of farm Na'Vi back into an even position. Don't know how much we're going to see in terms of action.
This game has the makings of just becoming a stalemate. You know, the team that wanted to be aggressive has been halted in their momentum. Another team, if they don't execute, will just fall apart. They are down 8k, and because of that, it is the product of just a farming game. Next Roshan, of course, will be pivotal for either team. I'm saying that whilst the CK still has an Aegis, but it doesn't look as if Na'Vi are wanting to use this to really make any gains back into this game.
Yeah, like they're just farming it, keeping things like 50-50 at the moment. I mean, sure, it's an 8k gold advantage for the side of Nine Pandas, but it's the later it goes, the less that means, right? It's been this way for a while. There is actually a play being made here by Na'Vi up to the top side. Without their CK, that is very bold. Without their Aegis hero, he's TPing to the outpost, but he's going to be late if they do stumble across someone here, so...
Can I find Solo? He's showing a wave.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird target because he's got the kind of instant buyback mechanic of Ceaseless Dirge.
Ooh, he's trying to hide.
He's dead, he's dead.
He's so dead.
Rest in peace, King.
And then you hear the undying laugh.
The laughter. It's so good. I love that sound effect so much. The first time I heard it, I was just, oh my god, goodness me.
Did you really kill him? That's the question.
You fell right into my trap.
Radiant's top tower is under
He didn't. He still died. Still get a lot for it. But they're going to utilize this and immediately go again. Now it's their time to look for the fight, and they find Nefra on the front lines. It could be huge. Instead, they'll see Zayat. They'll jump in on Kiyotaka. Zayat has a BKB. He's going to use it immediately. Reality Rift onto Kiyotaka. They find the Phoenix. Phoenix is just cut down dead. Yuragi looking for a target. He finds Solo. He wants to bring down the Undying, but look at the damage which he's taking on Yuragi here. He's got to be careful. Pops the ultimate, tries to turn around the fight, but Albica is going to be the target. Yuragi's running out of health, has no Aegis, trying to heal up the black hole. It's good. Is it enough? Well, it gets them 2 kills. Sayu trying to steal it. Not able to do so, though, as he's now getting beat down himself. I don't know how his spell steal's on cooldown, even though he doesn't have a spell, but he's going to lose his life. Sayu brings him down. Oh, the Lincoln Sphere on the Enigma. Genius from Nefrit. Cancels the ability for Nine Pandas to respond, and just like that, 4 heroes dead. Na'Vi, they put it together.
And what a fight as well. Like the confidence to fight into the river. Your Phoenix has died. Okay, we got a little bit more of a poke, and he's going to die again.
It's not done.
Yeah, he's all right. Gems recovered.
Those
fights are always so nail-biting, right? When you have
stinker.
Like, you're playing in the river, the tombstone on the high ground, like the Brood's holding the high ground, so CK's like dragged the Brood into like this massive duel, and it could have been so spooky, but yeah. The Enigma comes in clutch, hits the black hole, prevents the steal from the Rubikers. Sayu not ready for the Lincolns. Of course, if he saw the Lincolns a little bit earlier, he would have played the fight differently to ensure he stole the black hole. Na'Vi, they now make the game very equal. The net worth finally, maybe even swinging the way of Na'Vi if they can. If I have a couple creeps to just get 500 more gold or something. But
yeah,
the team fights very much Na'Vi favored now. Sayu, he's hit the black holes before. If Nine Pandas are to win a fight, it's all on him. It's all on this Rubik.
They need this bottom tower as well. It's even harder now the Enigma has a Lincoln Sphere. Obviously, you have Fade Bolt on the Rubik, but that might not be enough. It's tricky in the middle of a fight. You have to cancel it so quick. There's so many things for him to do. I don't know, man. 9 Pandas, they're back up. They're ready to fight. Will the next black hole be as good as the last? Will Rubik make the steal? Will Melody stay alive for more than 0.5 seconds? These are the questions you got to be asking yourself now. And this brood is just also terrifying. You saw how long she lived in that fight. It finally took a black hole to take her and the Weaver down. They were just taking chunks out of the CK, who is so farmed, so big. Even notice Dark Lord going for the drive-by, Shikuching through all the illusions just to get as much damage off as possible onto Yuragi and his cohort. Such an interesting game, though. Like, you have Sayu, who's kind of like the pseudo-core on the side of 9 Pandas, looking to just be the black hole, be their Enigma, and then you have Zayats, who's not even a pseudo-core, he's just a core. He's just gonna go and right-click people in the fights, and he can take down pretty much anyone with this BKB.
Zayats' job is just to get into the middle of the fight, to open up the engagement, like allow for the Enigma to see the fight perfectly before choosing when to black hole. And on top of that, it's only a bonus if Marcy can find the Rubik. Pango getting jumped a little bit.
I do see him, yeah. Hex is out as well, but can they keep him alive? I reckon so. Sanctity gets to live for a little bit longer. There comes the Gleipnir onto Yuragi. Yuragi chilling for now, jumps onto Dark Lord. He's got to be careful though, nullified up right now. Albica's coming to take chunks out of him. He's down to half HP. Yuragi needs some help. The Air's going to be there, the black hole as well, but Yuragi's already gone. Is it going to matter? They'll take down Sayu. They won't be able to get the kill into the Void Spirit though, or maybe they will. He's still stunned, and he will fall. Solo in the middle of it all, also going to go down as Zayats beats the hell out of him. There is another carry in this game, and his name is Zayats as he takes down the Spider. The spells from Navi are too damn strong. It doesn't matter if you kill their carry. It matters about the team fight, and Nefrit just ain't missing at this point. Look at that damage. You let this Phoenix... This is why the Phoenix is dead first every fight, by the way, because if he's not, that's what happens.
It's the type of fight where, like, Yuragi is not the carry in this game. As much as you'd love to see him be the carry, like, he walks in, he's the damage soak, and as soon as... Yeah, you could argue you could have played it better, but anyways, you then get this perfect layering with it. The Enigma comes in to save the day with the black hole. Zayas instantly finds the Rubik, who tries to go for a late steal of the black hole, but instantly goes down. And yeah, it's so hard for 9 Pandas to do the damage. They've lost their window of being the pacing team, to be the team that can constantly find good fight. And how do you fight into an egg and a Rolling Thunder with a black hole, with the tankiness of a CK, with the raw damage of a Marcy, and the mobility of Marcy as well? You got the Blink Dagger, you got the Rebound Shard, so Marcy can just find an enemy and jump off of them. Like, Marcy should never have positioning issues unless she's jumping into the base by herself.
Yeah, unless she does this.
Yeah, exactly, but...
Yeah, thankfully there's 2 heroes dead, so gets away with it for now, but still, that is a ultimate and a BKB. I didn't use a BKB, but ultimate down. Little awkward, but it's fine. Roshan should be respawning any second now. Gem in the pit, going to give them all the information they need for that one. Will they have their cooldowns back for the next fight? Not if 9 Pandas are quick, and that is exactly what they're planning right now. 4 heroes smoked up. It's Radiant side, so the Void Spirit will be able to TP in. A huge opportunity here for 9 Pandas to turn the tables. 35 seconds on the black hole. Egg is there, but it might be really tricky for them. Roshan is getting low. Dark Lord's coming. They're going to have the vision with the bugs. This is a really awkward position for Navi to be in right now. Yuragi, he knows he's got to try and finish this. Sanctity as well, going for the Rolling Thunder. They'll grab the Aegis. Nothing really happens. They're trying to get the Enigma on the backlines, but the Enigma's managed to escape. Yuragi on the front. He's in trouble, but he's actually got the shield rune, so he's absolutely fine. Just going to have to get away from the CK. Nefrit has been killed off. Buyback available from him should he want it. 3 seconds left on Black Hole cooldown. As Zayats also getting hunted here. This is looking very awkward very quickly. Yuragi suddenly finds himself all alone. BKB TP, it will be available in just a few seconds, but it looks like he is going to lose his first life, and I'm not sure he's going to have the health to survive through his second one.
You got the BKB off.
BKB's out.
He's like 3 seconds away. Sorry, 10 seconds away.
He's a bit too far though. Surely Yuragi keeps the fight going, but the Pangolier is dead. Alpaca, he's trying. Sayu is in a very good position to cancel this though. The Enigma can't turn up. He's gonna run away. And Navi, they get destroyed in this engagement, and that is not the fight you want to see for them.
Yeah, for Na'Vi, this is the first fight where they haven't leaned on their positioning advantage. They're playing in the low ground area of the pit. The vision goes the way of 9 Pandas. Of course, Enigma does go down. Even with the buyback, he was looking to try and turn it around. He TP'd in. He was like a blink plus a little bit of way to get to the fight, but it was a matter of seconds if he was to join. And yeah, Na'Vi just died too quickly. And this is what I was saying with the thing. It's like you make one error, and of course 9 Pandas will swarm over you. And they made the error at the Roshan. It is always so volatile to play his team fight lineups, but Na'Vi will of course be kicking themselves because it felt like this should have been their game to win. All the moves they made to get to this position, and it's one Roshan call, one poor amount of vision, and 9 Pandas are very much back in the game, extremely back and forth in the late game of this one.
The double fortify buys them a little bit of time, but it's looking like it will be mega creeps. Although that said, 9 Pandas, they're moving slow here. 15 seconds on the CK. Sanctity might be able to slow them down with a Rolling Thunder here, and that's exactly what he's going to try and do, but he's getting interrupted. They're on top of the Marcy. Marcy? She needs some help, and she's not going to find it. Trying to stand the ground here with the Unleash, with the BKB, but they're not letting it go. Key Attacker's going to cut him down. Zayats is gone. Buyback available, but doesn't have Unleash, doesn't have BKB. The Supernova comes down as well. They're able to respawn on the CK. Black Hole onto Key Attacker. It'll do. No refresher on an Efrit though, so now that's just not going to be in play for the next 2 minutes. They'll get to respawn, and they'll have a very small window to maybe try and force a fight as 5, or maybe they'll just get a chance to come back. I mean, I think they're happy with what's happened here on 9 Pandas. You know, they take 2 lanes of barracks.
Yeah. They're very happy with this. They instantly dealt with the Aegis problem. They took 2 lanes of Rex in a game in which they couldn't win a single team fight. It was just one explosive entry, and we are going to see the replay here. Dark Lord, he gets the vision with the swarm. The positioning, I think Albuquerque, of course, exceptional work there. Instantly finding the Enigma. He didn't have Black Hole for the fight, but for Na'Vi to try and go for Roshan when they didn't have Black Hole, they didn't have everything available, it was a very, very ambitious play. And you could argue, did Na'Vi need to go for Roshan this quickly? Could they not have maybe waited? The Black Hole was 2 seconds on cooldown, as we saw as he just died there. If Na'Vi just showed 10-15 seconds of patience, this should have been a completely different fight, but they got impatient, and that impatience might be sending them out of this qualifier. That Roshan was the complete undoing of what was a really, really nice comeback into this game. Did he also use the refresher orb as well? Or no,
I don't know what happened to a refresher shard.
Yeah, no, a shard, sorry. But yeah. Decision making not the best friends for Na'Vi there.
And now we are looking at those all-important buybacks. 4 minutes for Nefrit, 5 minutes for Sanctity, 6 minutes for Zayats. None of these will be up anytime soon. Roshan not respawning anytime soon either, but I can see a world where 9 Pandas try and force this one, and it's such a lot of pressure on Na'Vi. They have now like 3 heroes that can pretty much solo kill Nefrit. He has to land these black holes. He has to. And it's so much pressure. The egg as well. It's a really hard one to get off. And he went Shiva's Guard on the Phoenix. That's crazy.
And Pandas, they walking up to the top lane. Bot and mid are pushed out at the moment. 9 Pandas might want to go fix that if they aren't desperate to try and take that big fight for the mega creeps. It could be a bit spooky. But of course, Broodmother with the refresher. Double Hex. If he is able to find that wraparound, get onto a hero, it could be devastating. That amount of control the Brood will bring. Abyssal Blade as well for the Void Spirit. They have so many different ways to lock heroes down at this stage of the game, and we see Solo on screen. He actually went back for an Aether Lens. He's had it for some time though, but we didn't really talk about it. Those Tombstone saves will
could be clutch.
Yeah, could be very clutch.
It's just another hero which you want to catch inside the black hole, or one-man black holes to just blow up and no buyback hero, something like that. It's just not going to be effective anymore. Oh dear, Zayats is very, very bad situation here. Albuquerque sees him, blink away, Zayats, BKB, TP out. They don't have the damage, I don't believe. Zayats will live for now. God. I like that banner collection, by the way.
How many banners we
Inside.
packing?
You know, just a pair of banners inside the fountain.
Oh, you got two banners. Yeah. Don't start that. Don't continue that drawing.
Circling the banners, which are right next to each other. Nothing wrong with that. Navi trapped inside the base. Sanctity, he's tempted. Yuragi, also tempted. Navi seem very incapable of sitting still when they see these 9 Pandas heroes. It's really interesting.
I kind of wish Yuragi went back for a blink. This, as much as AC could be nice for the damage, we've seen how important Arcane Blink is to jump around the fight, and also helps Seek with his mana pool, but yeah, Yuragi not opting for it. So imagine if he sees Rubik, you know, blink, jump, stun, no threat, but giving the initiation to the rest of his team.
Jesus.
Yeah. Sanctity's like, don't worry guys, I can deal with that. Was this a fake comeback all along? Can Navi mount a second comeback?
Albaca's just hitting it. He's just saying, fuck it, I'll just hit the barracks. It's fine, what's gonna happen? Yuragi tries to throw some spells his way, not particularly convincing at the moment. Does have a CK illusions on him from that Chaos Bolt Shard plus the Phantasmagoria. And in we go. Jumps in on the back lines, but immediately we've got Kiyotaka jumping in, trying to find Zayat here. Where is Nefrit? He's very far back under the tier 4s. They'll chase off Kiyotaka. Kiyotaka now without BKB, without Manta, could be a real target. But it's very, very awkward. They found the Pangolier. Pangolier is gone. No buyback available. Yuragi being chased now by the Spider. Spider looking for the Phoenix. Black Hole needs to be quick here, and it will come down. And now the Black Hole on top of that as well with the Supernova. But there's a Tombstone save coming into the Weaver. Weaver, he's going to be able to get on the time lapse now. Dark Lord gets away. Oh, 9 Pandas, they're playing it beautifully. The buyback's coming in here as well. Albaca's going back on the stolen Black Hole. Oh no, they need to get away. Zayat's on the run. I'm not sure he can make it out. Rebound is going to be there, but no. Dark Lord says no, as does Sayu with the long range pokes, and they found Nefrit as well. Buyback is there, but unfortunately, there's no refresh. There's nothing to get this Black Hole back into play for them. Naldi, no Supernova available as well, with only 3 heroes remaining and no cooldowns up. Navi, their time might be done. Albaca, Dark Lord hitting on the tier 4s, looking for the end here. Sure, they could go back and take Roche, but why would you when the victory is so close? Yuragi doing his best, trying to stand guard, but it's just so difficult. Oh, there's a dead Spider on my screen though. The illusions plus the poke from the Phoenix actually was enough to bring her down, and that's no buyback on the Spider. This is a turn of events here. You got to be careful with that Sunray in the late game.
Solo just coming in so clutch in that fight. The Tombstone, the 8th lens, we just spoke about it, and then in that fight, it was so good.
And onto the Weaver with time lapse of it. Like, I didn't know exactly if it was going to work. I was worried that he spent too much time on the Tombstone. He was going to time lapse onto 0 HP, but nope.
I mean, it was so good, and of course, you know, Bruno did die to the bottle and pop, but again, that fight, if Solo doesn't hit that Tombstone, like, every single engagement for Navi, there's always like a narrative of what if this happened, what if that happened, you know, what if they waited for the Black Hole for the Roshan contest, what if Solo wasn't in a position to save the Weaver in that beautiful egg Black Hole coverage of that fight, and 9 Pandas are just seeing through these little moments to ensure that they make the clutch plays to do this. And Navi very optimistically seem to be just running it down mid. Are they just doing the last Hail Mary? Hope to take the fight to them. 50 seconds brewed, no buyback.
It's necessary.
I mean,
Where's Shannon?
True. They have a scan.
Yeah. Roshan taking place right now.
Oh, we're going to play Waffle during Roshan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yours to the Phoenix at low HP to then get this and the BKB and then the Rubik steals it and then Sora comes in with the clutch portrait usage of close. It's so close. Meanwhile,
Live, Roshan has gone down. Weaver takes Aegis. Refresher shot on Kiyotaka. Basically a whole toolbox of problems. Navi, they are coming in to fight this though. Unleash, you already used from Zayat. He finds Kiyotaka on the sidelines. trying to immediately just blow him up. Sayu's there though with the lift to slow him down as Kiyotaka moves across. Turagi trying to take him down. Supernova has also been used, but now Black Hole out onto the Weaver. Weaver getting low, but there's the tombstone again. Solo's ready. Zayats was trying to look for him, but didn't close the gap, but now somehow the Weaver's going to live through it all. Black Hole off the table. Aegis still up for the Weaver as well. This is just a luxury, as now they'll take down the Chaos Knight, and with it, likely Navi's hoping they have a couple of buybacks to use here, but nothing on Zayats. Pangolier trying to run himself away, but Sanctity just doesn't roll very fast. He's got all those eggs inside of him. Looks like he might make it out in the end. All right, buyback on the CK. Marcy doesn't have it. Short 800 gold. Bought out for the Abyssal Blade, didn't pay off. Not going to be feeling too happy about that one at this point. No Black Hole critically. 60 seconds left. 60 seconds for 9 Pandas to end this game.
His crew is coming out with Refresher. We will see one more Black Hole from the Enigma. They jump the Weaver.
Weaver getting low, but don't forget, this is your Aegis target, and Solo still hanging around the backlines. The Black Hole comes out onto the spider, but guess who's here? Solo once again has Neferit's number, and they're just going to turn around. I mean, sure, Albaca's low. He will lose his life, but Dark Lord still absolutely fine on the Weaver. They're running out of heroes. Only the Pangolier and the CK left to try and defend this one. They're trying their best. Uragi and Sanctity surrounded by Radiant heroes who are just taking chunks out of him, and the Ancient will go down. Goodbye, Na'Vi. Hello,